What's going on? It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. We back with the boxing clinic, and Shawn Porter won a wide unanimous decision over Adian Granados. A lot of people, disagreeing, probably gonna disagree with this statement I say. I'm not saying I'm not a fan of Shawn Porter, but I'm not a fan of his style. It's horrible. He has no technique. He's sloppy. Jab is subpar. It was okay tonight, better than I've seen it in the past at times. It's very erratic, inconsistent. It's funny is I was watching a fight with my 7-year-old nephew. He said, "Is this wrestling?" And I was like, that just sums it up right there. He sat down and watched it for 3 minutes, talking about is it wrestling. Shawn Porter should just try a career in MMA. But talk about the fight. Basically, he was mauling Granados on the ropes, no technique, just throwing shots. Then he would create space and move out and jump in with his head and, overhand hooks. I did like the way that Shawn Porter did step over and turn Adian Granados. That's a nice little skill he does have. He has some nice bend his knees and move his head type movement. But when he bends down to move his head, he's just strictly defense. He can go from defense to offense doing that. I love to see him kind of, bob and weave and come up, and go to the body and then come up to the head, similar to Mike Tyson. That's the kind of style it look like they trying to adopt. But he's not a clean fighter. As far as, I'm not talking about the dirty stuff. I mean, as far as controlling his distance and keeping his distance and getting off cleanly, he's not. He's just over anxious. He over commits. And versus somebody that know what they're doing, he's easy to beat. And Adian Granados was a fish out of water. He's a really 140 pound fighter. Like they said, they can't get nobody to fight him. And even Al Bernstein, was disgusted in, Shawn Porter's style a couple times on air, but he kind of pulled back a little bit. But Granados, he had nothing for Shawn Porter tonight. I was pulling for him. I did pick Shawn to win a late knockout. Shawn and Kenny thinks Shawn's hand is broken. So good. I ain't got to see him for a while, so I know I'm just joking. So I don't know. Broken hand takes some time to heal. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how long it's gonna take for that broken hand to heal and the rehab. But it's bad timing for him because he would have had a Keith Thurman fight sometime in the middle of the year. I think it would be. That's what Keith Thurman said after tune-up. So he tuned up in March. I guess he would come back in the fall. I don't think he would do a quick summer turnaround. So, Shawn can perhaps rehab that hand. And if he don't feel like he need to tune up, he can fight Keith in the fall. And I don't think Keith going to fight more than 2 times next year. I'm pretty sure he spent some money over there now, wherever he was at in Asia. He needs to get his money up. But, he only going to fight 2 times next year. And I'm pretty sure he ain't going to fight Errol Spence none. So I really, get off topic here, I really think Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is going to fight sometime next year for the sake of boxing next year. If Keith Thurman doesn't fight Errol Spence, which I'm telling you, Keith Thurman's probably going to fight 2 times next year. But Granados, I don't know what's next for him. They said on air several times that he couldn't get anybody to fight him at 140 pounds. And the Don King effect is in full effect. And what that means is at 140 pounds, he can't get anybody to fight him. He lost to, he beat Amir Ahman, but Amir Ahman is #1 ranked for Terrence Crawford belt. He's in the unofficial WBC 140 pound tournament. And Granados is ranked 14th. And I told you guys, Don King has a good relationship with Mauricio Suleiman, the dad that passed away, and now it's trickling down to Junior. Suleiman Sr. promised him a Deontay Wilder rematch for Bernays Deverne, got him a shot with Charles Hadley and Jamil Charlo, and then, got Amir Ahman to stay #1 after fighting bum at the bum. So, for Shawn Porter, probably rehab the hand, come back next year, and probably jump right into the Keith Thurman fight unless he wants to rehab. I'm in a tune-up fight, depending if the hand broke. But I really don't care for watching him fight. I ain't gonna bite my tongue. We out.